Hey people, I see Jonathan's in the house already. Can you hear me? Not once for yes, twice for no. If you can hear me clearly and see me clearly. No vol-au-vents, no. Hear me? See me? Come on. Hey John, J Charles Outdoors, how you doing? And Eastwind Farms, how you doing? Wow, a few people in already. Step away from the screens. Nobby, how are you? Who else we got? Rob Taylor. Hello Rob, how you doing, mate? Not too far away. South Coast Outdoors UK. Hello, mate. Jim Bob, Scout, how you doing? Looks a bit grainy, this picture. Is it grainy? You can hear me all right, I take it. Hey, Ash. All right, Tim, Born Outside. How Hardy, how you doing? Who else we got? Rob Wild Camper. How you doing, Rob? Thanks for the questions. Hey, Mari, how you doing? Fun Size Earth thing. And Jim Timber. JT's in the house. Hello, Jim. How you doing? And Wilston Velo. How's your back? Will, is all right? And Wild Ginger Bruce. Hi, Bruce. How you doing? Right. Can you all hear me? Can someone just confirm that? I presume you can. Oh, yeah. There you go. You can hear me, see me. May have to dip in and out. Fine. That's no problem, Rob. No problem. Right. First things first. Thanks very much for joining. My first ever live and my first ever live Q&A. I've done a Q&A before, a couple of years ago probably, but I'm going to try and keep up with the chat. But first of all, I'm going to read out the questions that are on Instagram and YouTube, because otherwise I'll probably forget them. And they're the guys that got in there first. So if it runs out of chat, then I'll scroll back through and try and keep up. But it's tricky already, and we've only just started. So that's probably a good thing. I'm pleased with that. Right, another thing, choose a beer, please. Which one I'm to start with? So we've got the Brewdog Layer Cake, 7.0%, or Northern Monk, what is it? Twist Edition, 6.5%. I presume you can see that the right way around, because I can't. So let me know which one you want me to start with, and I'll pour it out. And then we'll get on to some questions. Who else is here? Drop up. Who was that? Mari, just popping in and quickly before heading to work. Don't mind being 10 minutes late. My patients can wait. They can't wait, Mari. Your patients can't wait. Justin, how you doing? Nice to see you. Am I going to do a live rant, Ash? Well, the temptation's high. It really is high, but I'm in actually quite a good mood at the moment, so won't put a downer on your evening. Who else we got? Anyone else new in? Gaz, all right, Gaziano Outdoors. How you doing? Sconja, get on, Sconja. Long time no see, long time no chat. Don't read this, Lee. I'm talking to Ash, yeah, no worries. Crafty Poncho Outdoors. Hiya, welcome. Stephen Milnes. Stephen Milnes. Have the cake. Yeah, I was thinking that one. Ash Outdoors. Who else we got? I'm just going to try and get everyone I can. I think I've got everybody. Let me know if I haven't. Dave Kirby. All right, Dave Kirby. Nice to see you. Nice. Is it really echoing here? Sounds it to me, but I'm not sure about you. Right. I'm probably going to struggle to keep up with the chat, especially if you're chatting amongst yourselves. I don't mind. You crack on. I'll just try and pick stuff up if I can. But I'm going to read out some questions first, I think. I don't know. Let's pour a beer first. So we're going with the layer cake. One answer I had, so I'm going to go with that. This one, Brewdog layer cake. Yeah, we'll go for that one. Here goes. Oh. Now, I'd be a heathen normally and drink it out of the can, but I thought I'd pour it out for you guys because I had one the other day and it's Really nice. It's like a stout, but very sweet, really sweet. So you don't want too many. Very strong, so you don't want too many. Look at that. Like a Guinness, but slightly sweeter. It's marshmallow and chocolate stout is what it is. Yeah, really super sweet. Recommend it though, it's very nice, but just don't drink too many. Right, let's have a quick catch up if I can. Linley's 360, nice to see you, Warren. Thanks for joining. I'm going to try and keep this relatively short. Am I shouting, guys? Tell me if I'm shouting. I'm going to try and keep it relatively short and sweet because I don't know how it's going to go. Obviously, if things dry up, then I'll probably cut it short, but I'm probably going to aim for less than an hour. So anywhere between half hour, 45 minutes, maybe. See how things go. Right. First questions. I was a bit surprised to see questions on my YouTube community post and Instagram. I actually presumed, I didn't even think about it, to be honest, that people would just ask questions in here, but this is actually a bit easier, to be honest. So you hardened question and answer people obviously knew the score. So I've got a few from one particular YouTuber who you all know, Dan Camp Life Bushcraft. All right, Dan. Hi, Carly, if you're watching also. He stuck quite a few questions in, so I'm going to try and not put them all in one batch, if you see what I mean. So, but the first one from Dan is Dan Camp Life Bushcraft is, how did you get so damn handsome? It's all in the genes, Dan. Hungarian, that's all I can say. I'm part Hungarian. It's all in the genes. Next one is from Shelley Williams 603 on Instagram, not on YouTube. I think she might be on YouTube actually, but she was posted this on Instagram. What's your top tip for my first solo wild camp? I would say make a list of everything you want to take, because you're bound to forget something. And take some extra warm clothes, unless it's summer, obviously. But if it's a bit chilly, then take some extra warm clothes. You'll probably need more than you think. There's so many different things that can come out on a first wild camp that I would say the basics are obviously food, water, warmth, and I'll previously do a list just to check through it and just check you've got everything, because the last thing you want to do is forget a cook pot or your cooking pan or bacon or beer. You certainly don't want to forget beer. So that was for Shelley. Cheers, Dan. No, I won't say that word. First one, that was Shelley Williams 603. That was her question. Next one on the Instagram list was Mark Y Explorer. All right, Mark. Nice to see you. I'm not sure if you're in the house. How have things evolved? Mark asks, how have things evolved since you started on YouTube? The one good thing. I had a sort of little think about this one, but it'll be friendship and meeting like-minded people, because without joining YouTube, I would have probably camped. I mean, I've wild camped before, but I probably wouldn't camped with so many other YouTubers, other friends, my own friends that don't do YouTube also. So the one thing to come out of it is friendship and meeting like-minded new people and making long-term buddies with them, basically. So I'll come back to the other questions on the YouTubes in a second. Let's just see. I'll just try and catch up with some chat and see if there's anything else in here. How far did I get? Sorry if this is boring. Jim Timber, yeah. Sconja. Pete Devon. Hi, Pete. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. excuse me, David Kerwan. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Hi, David. How are you? Have a nice red. Yeah, I do normally drink red, but to be honest, it gets me a little bit pissed. So I thought I wouldn't have too much red. Certainly tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it, doing a live and actually reading through the comments at the same time. It's a tough job. Rob Taylor, where's the best place that you've been wild camping? Dartmoor, definitely Dartmoor. Rob, for the wildest, crappiest weather, but good weather, windiest, nicest views so far. Yeah, Dartmoor, definitely. Company that I was with at the time, right, Dan? Yeah, no, it's really good. Dartmoor. I'm definitely going back to Dartmoor, but I need to get up in the hills a bit this year if I can, depending on the CV situation, Mr. Taylor. So hopefully Lake District, Peak District, Wales. All depends on work-life balance and what's happening in the world at the moment. All right, see you later, Mari. Thanks for joining. Have a good day at work, good evening, whatever at work. Tim, good stuff. I know you, Tim, born outside. You're talking to Jim Timber, and why not? Jim Timber, that nude beach must have been up. Yeah, well, I frequent that beach quite a lot, JT, and yeah, it's nice. It's got a bit boring now because I go there a lot, but yeah, I do like it there a lot. And in actual fact, Dan liked it when he came and camped with me there. A few others camped with me there. Jim Bob Scout, as I call him, Jim Bob Outdoors has camped with me there. It's nice, but it's pretty flat and a little bit featureless. But the sunrises are brilliant. Can be a bit chilly at night. It's the only thing because it's pretty windy down there. Jim Timber. Oh, that's I just answered. Sorry, drunk already. Ash Outdoors. Where do I want to go for my next camp? Lake District, Peak District, I suppose. I've got I can't remember if it's the lakes or the peaks, actually. That's how much research I've done on it. But I have got a pitch that I want, that I know exactly where it is. I've got it pinned and everything for a bivvy camp that I've seen someone else, who I won't mention, bivvy camp there before, a couple of years ago. And it's got stunning views. It's not too much of a walk up a hill, but stunning views over a reservoir. People probably know it, but it's, same as you, Ash. It's a long way up to the Lake District, a bit closer for you, but yeah, it's a long old drive, so it needs to be a fairly decent weather, doesn't it? Which you're not going to get in the Lake District all the time. Jim Bob, Wales in March, had to cancel. Yeah, well, a lot of plans were cancelled. I had to cancel a camp with Scoutman Steve and Dan. There was one other as well. One with my mates, I think. Can't remember now. Dartmoor for me, Stephen. Yeah. Born outside. Debbie does Dallas or Debbie does Dulwich? Debbie does Dallas. Tim, it's a classic porn film, mate. Touchdown for Mr. Greenfield. If you've ever watched it, you'll know that. Not that I've watched it ever, of course. Step away from the screen, Snobby. If it were a choice between dating Diane Abbott, I knew you'd come out with something, or hit your coin purse with a hammer, what hammer would you use? I'd use Diane Abbott's fist, Nobby. All the girls, East Wind Farms, all the girls look better when they wear masks at the nude beach. Well, if they're butt ugly, then yeah, they certainly do. Media box. Do you still see the lady at your beach? She sounded a right laugh. Media box. Don't know your name, sorry, but I'll just call you Box or Media. No, I have. Well, yeah. Every time I go there, I see her, but I haven't camped there for since Dan camped off Bushdraft. I went with. I think she spoke to me then. I'm sure Dan will probably correct me if not, but I'm sure she did. So that was May, was it? In between lockdowns, I think we went in May. Yeah, she's a bit scatty, but she's actually lovely and she's harmless. You just got to watch her dog because her dog likes to piss on your tent, on your Burton and whatever. He's a bit of a liability, that dog. So you got to watch him. Yeah, Justin, Wales. Yes. I've got a few invites for Wales as well, really, or that sort of way to go wild camping with some other YouTubers. So yeah, it's on the cards. Born Outside Tim, what current bit of kit you own do you feel was the biggest waste of money? Good question. Biggest waste of money? That's a real tricky one because most of my kit I actually either still use or haven't thrown away or got rid of. I'm not going to say my Dutch Army hoop bivvy because I loved it. I have got rid of it. That's no, I'll tell you what. Actually, my Dutch Army hoop bivvy I've sold to Sonny. Actually, not sure if he's in J&S Outdoors. Sold that. I won't waffle on, but I sold that basically because I didn't use it enough. Really, it was a little bit tight with my Trekology mat in it. You know, your nose is touching the hoop, and it was a bit claustrophobic, the Dutch Army hoop bivvy, but I loved it. And for beach camping, it was amazing. But that's gone. But probably my most worthless bit of kit, although I used it a fair bit, is another thing I sold, which is my DD Dura 2 sleeping bag, actually. And the reason it was a waste is that foot box is just ridiculous. It's heavy. It's waterproof. I never used it the way it's supposed to be used, where you put your feet in, you can put your boots in there and sleep with your boots on and stuff, and keeps everything waterproof. Or you can stand out of your hammock, stand in it, and put it on. And it's just a crap idea. I never used it once that way, and so you've got all that weight in the bottom of the foot box, which also keeps your feet cold. I found because it wasn't as padded, and also just the material on the outside, which is Cordura, I think, waterproof Cordura, was just made your feet cold. I found centre zip brilliant, everything else just a bit naff, and it doesn't go down to quite the temperature that it reckons. Well, it kept me warm enough in the time I used it, but I've moved on since and got rid of it. What else? Who else? Wilston Velo. That's not good in the bivvy bag. I don't know what he's saying there. Yes, thanks, Dan. Yeah. My old lady friend. Oh, my lady. Favourite cooking method and what? South Coast Outdoors UK. It was my fake Trangia, which is a Alox, basically the same as a Trangia, slightly better because you've got a snuffer ring. Lighter, smaller. That was my favourite cooking method. And then I've got a BCB Dragon Fuel stove thingy, fold out thingy. And that's actually my favourite cooking method, but the blocks burn out real quick. And if you've got to keep them going, if you're boiling water and it's windy and you haven't got a wind jobby, what they're called, wind deflector, boiling a 400 mils of water takes 2 of these blocks, which last about 6 minutes, but in the wind's probably 2 or 3, and they're not cheap, they're quite expensive. So I'm sort of going back to my Trangia thing, my Alox, as my preferred method, I think, for the moment. I hope that answered your question. JRP Outdoors. Hello, mate. Hello, John. How you doing? What else we got here? Cheers, Tim. Yeah, I think we talked about it, didn't we, John, JLP, about the BCB Dragon Fuel Stove. It's great. I like it a lot. It's pretty lightweight. You can chuck it anywhere as long as it's not on a hill. And I like the fact you can put 3 fuel blocks inside it and the little wind deflector thing at the same time. So it's quite compact. I quite like that. If you're just going to, into the woods to make a brew, 3 blocks is normally enough, but they're not the cheapest things to use. But I love them. 1, they don't smell so much. 2, they don't set up your pans as much. And 3, you can also use them to thingy your hands, hygienic your hands, antisect your hands. You know what I'm trying to say. As soap, basically. Right, I'm going to get the other YouTube questions in, if I can find them. And then I don't have to worry about that bit then, do I? Here we go, I think. Right, Warren, Linley, I read your your comment, mate, but it's way too long-winded, so I'll skip it for the moment. Well Camper Rob, talk us through your worst toilet incident when outdoors. I'll be honest, I haven't had one because apart from going for a wee, I haven't actually done a poo on a wild camp yet. Not in the woods, not on the beach, nowhere. No poo-poos at all whatsoever. Done a few farts, but no poos. It will happen one day, especially if I do a 2-day plus, and it's probably come close before, but no cigar. One of my friends though, Gordon Brown. All right, Gord, if you're in the house, I don't think he is. He'll probably watch this later. Just a little side story here. He did actually shit the bed once when we went on holiday, on white bed sheets in Yorker, I think. And his girlfriend woke up and had a go at him for shitting the bed. He wasn't very well though. He was a bit ill. I think he had heat stroke. Hope that answers your question, Rob. Lundy's working tonight, I think, so you'll be watching this probably tomorrow or whenever, Jimmy. Jimmy Lundy's Wild Camp and Bushcraft said, "Hi Lee, mate. What got you into wild camping, and do you prefer woods or hills?" I haven't really done many hills, so I love the views of hills, Jimmy. Dartmoor basically is probably the biggest hill I've camped on. I love the views, don't particularly like the wind or the rain. So if I get a nice one, it'd be great. So I'm really used to woods. So I'm going to have to say woods purely because if you're in a decent area and you can leave no trace, have a fire, protected by the woodland, protected from the rain a bit, protected from the wind. So woods, I would say, Jimmy. Excuse me. Who else we got? So I've got to hold this at a distance. These are my seeing glasses, but it's only for like that distance. Who we got? Hardy Tempest Wild Camps and Walks. I can't see the rest of it. Is it Walks, Hardy? I think it is. How do you keep your hair so pristine during lockdown? It's a very good question, Hardy. Really, really good question. If you look, it's actually really long. And if you know me. So normally I have it cut short with like choppy bits in the top and short around the ears, probably about number 2-ish, but scissored in rather than razored. And around my ears, I hate it around my ears. Last lockdown, my son cut it within the first 3 months, or the first lockdown, sorry, he cut it. He didn't do a bad job, actually. He just got a zuzzer and zuzzed it. Mrs. Burton Outdoors cut it the second time. She did an absolutely atrocious job. It was just obscene. I actually looked like she'd cut it, put a bowl on my head and cut around it with a pair of secateurs, basically. It wasn't very good. So what I do when it gets longer is just flick it to stick some matte clay in it and skiff it to the side. If I actually held it up, it's probably about this long. So I hope that answers your question, Hardy. A bit tongue-tied today, 3, 2, 1. Who we got now? Dan, Camp Life Bushcraft. It's all right, Dan. How many times can I say Dan Camp Life Bushcraft in a live stream? Probably a lot because he's got a few questions. Dan, if you could, Lee, actually, if you could do one thing this weekend, would it be camping or raving? Without hesitation, it would actually be raving because I miss it so bad, so bad. Really miss it. Last time I was actually in a rave with people, apart from the silent ones I've done with my mates and stuff, was about March the 13th, just as lockdown sort of kicked in. I think it was the day I actually left the club that it was all starting kicking off. In actual fact, the rave we were supposed to go to that night was cancelled because of what's going on. And we just rocked up at E1 club in London to see if they were still operating, and they were just letting anyone in, so we went in. It wasn't that busy though, but it was good night. Next one, my 24-hour adventure, Jonathan. All right, Jonathan, I must say also, before I forget, anyone you chat to in the chat or anyone you see in the chat, go and give them a sub, especially in these hard times of what we're going through. Go and give them a sub. If you find that their channel's rubbish, just don't sub, just unsub, simple, isn't it? But go and give everyone a try. Jonathan, my 24-hour adventure, brilliant channel, really good channel, good all-rounder. A little bit spiritual, but I quite like that. He's grounded. But anyway, won't big you up too much, Jonathan. Jonathan's question was, what advice would you give to 18-year-old Lee? Learn to dance, Jonathan. That's what I would give myself. 18. If I could go back to 18-year-old Lee, learn to dance, mate, because you can't. You think you can, but you can't. Doing all that is not really dancing. Shuffling your feet about a bit is not really dancing. So that would be my advice. Just Finn. Okay. My serious question is, what your favourite sleep system for cold weather? To be honest, Justin, I'll call you because I'm sure that is your name, Justin. I haven't really slept cold. I think probably the lowest I've been to is about -1, possibly, -2 maybe in the woods. Didn't remember it being that cold, but so I can't really say about a cold sleep system because I've changed my mat recently as well. But I always put a windscreen reflective mat underneath or something underneath my sleep mat, and a decent sleeping bag. Apart from the DD, although the DD did all right. I won't slate him too much because it did all right, but it's just not very good in cold weather, really cold weather. So I hope that answered that question. What else we got? Before I go and muck my phone up. Rob, Wild Camper, what is it about raving that you enjoy the best? Rob, what do I enjoy the best? People, obviously the music, but being in a hot, sweaty club with loads of people, there's no other feeling like it, mate. People mainly because everyone's chilled out. It's not like your old nightclubs of old where you spill someone's pint and you end up in a fight. It's everyone's there for a certain type of music, and everyone's really chilled. You know, it's that basically. Music and people. I'm going to give it 2 on that one. Another one from Rob. What's the biggest thing that grinds your gears most? Oh, there's tons of stuff. The biggest probably is litter. That's probably my biggest bugbear about anything. Litter, and whether it's someone, apart from someone lobbing an apple core out the window or even a banana skin if it's on a bank somewhere. I'm not so bothered about that, although banana skins aren't that eco-friendly apparently. Litter, really, you know, litter and what's that bloody tipping stuff? You know, what's it called? I've forgotten what it's called now. Someone bring it up in the comments. I can't remember the word. Fly tipping, that's it. Camp Life Bushcraft, what's your favourite bridge in the world and have you stood on it? Now, I read that earlier and I did have to think a bit because there's probably two. I'm going to give you two. My favourite one is Tower Bridge, although I'm sure there's plenty of other bridges I haven't actually been to. For anyone that doesn't know, anyone's new in the chat, which I'll scroll through in a minute when I finish these questions, I love bridges. I'm not a bridge nerd as such, but I do love a nice bridge. So any nice bridge, I will try and cross it, whether it be a bridge over a stream, bridge over the River Kwai, bridge over the River Thames. I will try and get across it. But my favourite bridge is Tower Bridge, London. Yes, I've stood on it many a time, and when, as you know, and most of you guys know, that when I'm ever in London, I'll always make an effort to go and see it, whether it be from a distance, whether it be to go over it, whether it be to look underneath it. The engineering of that thing is just immense. So London Bridge, Tower Bridge, not London Bridge, that's the crappy bridge, you know, on that one. Tower Bridge and Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco, is another one that I've walked all the way across, walked all the way back, driven across twice, and stood on it. And that's another favourite bridge, but probably not my favourite in the world that I've stood on so far. Hope that answered that one, Mr. CLB. Justin, if you were a tent, what tent would you be? Ooh. An old canvas, like an old canvas scout tent. Justin, sturdy and reliable. That'd be me. Rob, wild camper. Ketchup, mayo, or brown? That's always a tricky one because it all depends what you're having it on. But I would say I'd probably choose brown mostly over most other sauces. In actual fact, I had a snacky tea tonight. I had a bacon bagel with brown sauce and fries with skins on. Not foreskins. My 24-hour adventure. Jonathan, right? Jonathan again. Wham or Duran Duran? That's not really techno, is it? But back in the day, definitely Duran Duran over Wham. I mean, this is planet Earth after all, Jonathan. You know. And Luke, Real Travelling Amigos. Right, Luke, if you're in, I'm not sure if he's in the house. Chinese or Indian? Definitely Chinese for me. I do like an Indian, but definitely a Chinese takeaway if that's on the menu. So I think that's covered most of those on there. Let's just double check. Didn't want to miss anybody out. Camper, Justin, 18-year-old. I think I've answered them all. Grinds McGears, Litter, yeah. Duran, Chinese or Indian. Right, okay, so I can concentrate on what's been said here now. Really sorry if I've neglected any of you. I'm going to scroll back and can you keep an eye on the time, guys. If it's getting boring and you just want to go, then let me know by way of leaving or telling me my time's up, because we've done half an hour and that literally seemed like 10 minutes to me. Right, I'm trying not to read the chat between you guys, which is fine. Linley's 360, Warren, the old traditional Trangia burners have a snuffer ring as part of the kit. Did they? I didn't think they did. I thought they only had a simmer ring, which I suppose, yeah, you can snuff it out with. Yeah, I suppose. I understand what you mean now. Turning the top flap to the side gave the burner a lower. Yeah, well, my Alox one has got a simmer ring, but also you can close the simmer ring right up and it's got like a little handle on it, so you can just drop it in as part of the snuffer. I actually didn't even think that about the Trangia, to be honest. Yes, you could just close the simmer ring up and drop it as a snuffer. Will, I'm sorry if I'm going back a bit, guys. I'm going to try and flip through just the questions and miss your own personal chats out. Will, when you going raving? Good question, Will. I've got a few booked in. I've got, well, I'll say a few. I've got 2 booked in for Germany. June for a 3-day one, and July for another one. People messaging me. Sorry, Will. No, it's okay. And then I've got a couple of silent raves in people's apartments and flats in the UK at some point coming up. Silent one where you just wear headphones and all sync up. It's pretty good if you're into that kind of thing. So that's what I'm next going. Will. Mark, White Explorer. Mark, are you going to break out? No, mate. No, I'm not going to break out into a dance. You did, yeah. Sorry, I'm coming back. I'm going back on the conversation here now. It's really tricky. I'm trying to get everyone in. So, have I made Howard Ashcroft? Have you made a knobby fry tuck dress yet? No. I'm not really into. I like bushcraft and I like watching it, and I like, but I'm not really into it, Howard. And wearing a knobby frock, not really my cup of tea. David Kerwan, yeah, love the Dragon Stove for a quick brew up. Morris Louise Eagle. Nice to see you. Is that Morris or Louise Morris? Or I'll just call you Eagle. Not bald, hopefully. Drinking Guinness. No, it's not Guinness. So you probably joined recently. It's Brewdog layer cake. Not sure what country you're from. You might be able to get it in wherever you are. But it's called layer cake, and it's a marshmallow and chocolate stout. Really nice, but super sweet. But yes, normally I would drink a Guinness, especially a nice cold one. From the pub. Does anyone remember pubs? I've forgotten what the inside of one looks like. Or the bottom of a proper Guinness glass. Here's a Guinness glass that I actually borrowed from a pub, by the way. I won't say which one. Step away from the screen. Sconger, sorry, Lee, but I'm off to watch the footy. All right, Sconger, no problem. If you watch it back, then nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping by. Worst poo bushcraft show when all the loos were blocked and flooded, Bruce. What outdoor books, White Explorer, what outdoor books have you enjoyed, Lee? I seem to remember one or two. I'm rubbish at reading. I can read, I can write, but I can't drive a tractor. I forget her bloody Phoebe Smith. Two of her books, I can't remember what they were called. It was basically when she started going wild camping. Something Sleeps, and I can't remember. So those are the two outdoor books. I've got a couple of Ray Mears upstairs that I read, but they're not really sort of camping wise. And of course the SAS Survival Handbook. Mark, excuse me. Gosh, it's a bit gassy as clay, that. Gassy as clay was the best part ever is. Gee. You should see my hair, Lee. It's a Dick Emery moment from the back. Excuse me, Mrs. Jim. You make me laugh. You're a proper 70s TV intellect. It's all up there. You remember everything. Buzzcut. Well, yeah. Well, I just can't do it. I actually, to be honest, Will, I actually prefer my hair a little bit longer, but it doesn't prefer me. And when I'm working and that, and certainly when I'm raving, I get a little bit sweaty, and it's not good having long hair. Camp Life Bushcraft. Every time you say Dan, I'll have a drink of tea. There you go. Have another swig. Nearly said Dan again then, didn't I? Justin, I miss dogging the most. Really? There's a few dogging spots around here. Not in my house, obviously. You are a bit of a hippie, Jonathan. But there's a few that I watch actually. They're a bit hippie-fied. Hayes being one of them, and Mark White Explorer, he's a bit hippie. So nothing to be ashamed of, mate. Being a bit hippie. Who else we got here? Sorry, if you just stop the chat, I'll probably catch up to some of it. Don't dog in. Sismo, hello, Mr. Burton. If you're raving, do like some laid back stuff like Hey Now, RTW. Hey, are you pissed, Sismo? I know you're Jim Bob's sister. I didn't actually know you were Jim Bob's sister until I watched his live yesterday. That I didn't actually watch live because I didn't get a notification. So big up to Jim Bob Outdoors' sister. All right, Scout. Maybe I should start calling you Scout Mo. But I really don't understand that. I think you're a bit pissed. Hello, Mr. Burton. If you're raving, do some laid-back stuff like Hey Now, RT Remix, Whole London. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll get you. Yeah, I'm not going to do any dancing now, though. Get in the end and shout quick, whatever that meant. Stopping in. Born outside. No, I'm still trying to catch. It's hard, isn't it, to read for you guys that have done it? It's hard to read between the chat between people and what if anyone wants to ask anything, which you might not. No, everybody's chatting. I live next door to Veronica. Hope it's not Alice. Right, I think I've sort of caught up. So, anyone else want to ask me anything? Whatever you like, I don't care, don't mind. I have to open another beer at this rate. Right, I think I'm at the bottom of the chat now. Hang on, maybe I wasn't. Mark, Hart, Bridge over the River Wye. Been over any of those? No, I probably have, Mark. The thing is, I'm really rubbish with remembering things, places. I can go there and I remember it, and I can go there on autopilot. Names, even people's names, which is why I give people nicknames normally, because I can't actually remember their proper name. So yes, I've probably been over loads of bridges. I've certainly been over loads of lovely bridges in Scotland, actually, when I lived in Scotland. But for the life of me, I can't remember. I mean, obviously over the River Dee for Aberdeen. But yeah, I mean, there's loads of bridges I'm sure I've crossed, but I just don't know the names of them, even the street name, probably even the town, to be honest. Depends how drunk I am and what time of the morning it was. Is there going to be a Lindley's 360? Now, outtakes. I know I've got a bit of a potty mouth, and I feel sorry for the people that I watch their videos and they don't swear at all. And I know some of you YouTubers that I know and met swear like troopers off camera. Some of my recent 321 episodes, bloopers have been quite rude, and I'm just wondering whether I should just cut those ones out completely or whether people still like them. But I feel I've got no agenda, so I'm not monetizing my channel or anything like that. So, and subs wise, you all know how I feel about subscribers. Love new subscribers, but I don't go out my way to get them. So if you want to subscribe, crack on, subscribe. But I didn't know whether it had put people off. Is there going to be any final edit when we watch this back after this? I don't think you can do that. Well, I suppose I could do it, Warren. I suppose I'd have to take it down, re-edit it, and put it back up. But I don't know, a bit too over my head. I do all my editing on my phone, so every single bit of my editing is done on my phone. You can probably tell anyway, to be honest. Right, JRP Outdoors. Question, JRP Outdoors. You go to bed at 2 a.m. and get up at 4 a.m. on literally all your camps. Do you go back to bed when you get home? Yes, I do. Generally, I'll come in a normal after camp day. Mrs. Burton Outdoors is fantastic at not giving me any shit at all whatsoever. I can pretty much do what I want as long as I don't wreck the joint, wreck the mic site. So I literally come in, I normally unpack all my stuff, air it out if needs it, put it in the garden, whatever. Puts mainly all the pots and pans and bits and pieces in the washing up. Might even do it. And then I'll chill out on the sofa. And if I've done filming, then I'll start editing, normally fall asleep. And then I'll have a couple of hours on the sofa in the afternoon, either watching other people's YouTube videos whilst I'm editing, depending who they are. The YouTubers that I watch and don't ever comment are the ones that I just do other stuff while I'm watching them. Anyone that I comment on, I always watch their videos all the way through. So yeah, to an answer to your question, John, I do have a kip on the sofa when I get home. Buy me a coffee, Mr. Burton Outdoors, from Born Outside. I have got a buy me a coffee. I set it up actually, and the reason I set it up was that no one else would nick it under my name, because there is someone else out there with a Burton Outdoors name. But I don't think I'll do that really. For what I'll get off people, what's it going to be? 10 quid here and there. It's not worth it. Not worth the hassle. 24-hour adventure. Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you what I did do. What used to grate my gears was people chatting in other people's live streams, and it used to really bother me that they weren't interacting with the host. But since watching a couple of live streams, being involved in a live stream with Nobbies a couple of weeks back, and Wild Ginger Bruce, big up Wild Ginger Bruce, I see the benefit of it really, and it's not bothering me as much looking down at all your chat in between bits and bobs. It's actually all right. I quite like the way you're interacting with each other. So crack on. It did bother me, but as from an outsider's point of view, but when you're inside the chat and the focal point, as it were, then I look really grainy. Do I look grainy to you? Probably looks better back here. What else has got going on? Do you know, I'm slightly pissed already. I've only had that and a bottle of beer before. What's going on? Hi. Extreme Sleeps, that's it. Extreme Sleeps. Good books, those are the Extreme. So I forgot what the other one was. There's a second one. Extreme Sleeps, and I can't remember. But yeah, they're both good books. You get them on. I think I got mine on Amazon or eBay or something. It's only like £2 each, second hand. I mean, what's the point of buying a new book, right? You're only going to bend it like Beckham. Lee hates intercomment chatting. Dong Dippers, all right. Gareth, how you doing, Gareth? Or G, as I like to call it, G. Yeah, I don't like inter thingy chat. I didn't until just now when I said I did. Okay, what else we got? Rob Taylor, Born Outside, asked about camera over phone. Huh? I set this channel up so I could chat to myself. You're funny, Jim. Jim Timber, that is, not Jim Bob. Right. Oh, we're creeping up to an hour, guys, so I'm probably going to cut it soon, especially if no one's asking any more questions. Thanks for all the questions, though, by the way, on Instagram and YouTube. It's a bit of a boost. So it's a tricky one doing lives, isn't it? I had 33 people in at once. A few have left, and there's now 25 in the chat nearly an hour later. So I'm quite chuffed with that, to be honest. Especially as I haven't really got any knowledge about anything apart from raving and wild camping. I've got a bit of knowledge about wild camping. I just don't choose to share a lot of it. my bush guy. Third time's the charm. Mrs. CLB would like to know if Mrs. BO would ever go wild camping with you. Right, I'll answer Dan's first. I've just seen Jim's come up there. Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. Mrs. CLB, all right, Carly, how you doing? Would like to know if Mrs. BO would ever go wild camping with you. No, absolutely not. No, I've tried quite a few times, but no, she definitely, even beach, and she loves the beach. And we go to a campsite near a beach. We go on a proper campsite, and we'll sit on the beach all night, have a fire and everything. But she won't wild camp, and I don't even really think it's a toileting issue. She just doesn't want to wild camp at all, which is strange because she loves camping. Absolutely loves camping. We go camping every year. You know, for us, we used to go with the kids a lot, all over the place, Devon and Cornwall and sort of up northish, the other side of London. Yeah, so Mrs. Barrow loves camping, Carly, but she won't wild camp. Maybe one day she might car camp. Maybe I think it's the Axeman thing. Maybe Jim Timber. Did you enjoy Bulgaria, and why did you decide to sell up? Yeah, lots of reasons, Jim. I love Bulgaria, and we go back every year. Absolutely love it. But yeah, it's red tape, lots of red tape, and a little bit of slight amount of corruption going on here and there. What else we got? Tim, born outside. All right, Tim. How you doing, Tim? Will you stick with phone filming or move to a camera? Very good question. And the reason I haven't moved is because my laptop is a Chromebook, so it literally just runs on Google, and there's no editing software for it because it's all in the cloud. No apps for it. It's just rubbish well, you can't. I think there's one tiny little editing thing, and it's just rubbish. So until I get a new laptop, and I don't really need a laptop for my job apart from invoicing and stuff. I don't, play on my laptop. Everything I do is YouTube or through my TV or on my phone. Excuse me. So there is talk of my son giving me his MacBook Air, because he was going to upgrade and he was going to give me that. Which would be quite nice, and then I'll probably get another camera then, maybe a GoPro, maybe a Sony GX7 is it? I think what Ash uses. I was originally going to get one of those ages ago, but if I get one now, I've got no way of editing it unless I put it. I've got a PC tower and whatnot, but it's running Windows 0 or whatever it is, way back when. So yeah, I will invest in more equipment, but really just to also do photography and just as a general camera rather than just for YouTube. I'm not a YouTube slave, Tim, as you know. Ever done a Dartmoor Clapper Bridge? Pete, Devon, ever done a Dartmoor Clapper Bridge? Don't know what a Clapper Bridge is, actually. Clapper Bridge. I've heard of it, but it doesn't spring to mind what it is. Perhaps remind me in the comments what it is. But no, I haven't. Clapper Bridge. You missed it twice. What did I miss, Mr. CLB? Great lively. I'm off to bed. Love you. Bye. Cheers, Ash, mate. Off to bed, 8 o'clock? Jesus. Linley's all good, Miss Burton. Great chill. Catch the chatter online. Thanks for promoting it early so I didn't miss it. Maurice Louise Eagle saying good night, getting up at 5 a.m. for work. Thank you, Mr. Burton. That does stay safe and well. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Sismo, going now past bedtime. Everyone's leaving now. Come on. I still do all my editing on my phone and split use camera lead. Thanks, straight to it. Yeah, exactly. And Nobby, exactly that. And it is easy. And because I'm not a YouTube wannabe as such, probably the wrong word, because I've got a lot of YouTube buddies that aren't real YouTube wannabes, but you know what I mean, because I don't promote my channel really as for promoting sake. I think if I got new gear, then I might be tempted to, which then it would take more time out of my personal life, etc. So doing it on your phone is easy enough. It does the job. Hopefully I entertain a few people with my little hobby, basically. Have you ever been to Exmoor? Awesome place, Dunkery Beacon. No, I haven't, JT. Well, I probably have been to Exmoor, but I can't remember as a kid. Oh, someone asked me a question, actually. Maybe I missed that. About my first, was it about my first ever wild camp? First wild camp? I saw it on the questions earlier. Anyway, my first wild camp was at Durdle Door, actually, when I was 15. Accidental wild camp. I'm off, Lee, mate. Yeah, cheers, Jim Bob. Thanks, Scout, mate. Thanks for popping in. Nice to see you. Monday's just popped in to say hi on my way to work. Hope you had a good live stream, mate. Yeah, cheers, Jimmy, mate. Thanks for your question. I did answer it, and you have a good night at work, mate. Gaz, I use my phone to edit. Couldn't be bothered using a laptop to edit. That's interesting, Gaz, because you use you're a GoPro man, aren't you? So you also plug your GoPro into your phone and then do it from there. Who else? Just popped in to say hi on my way to work. London, Jimmy. Oh, Ginger Bruce, phone it the way to go. Yeah, Bruce, it is. And to be honest, my phone is old now. I've got a Galaxy S7, so I don't do iPhone, and perhaps I should, because I think the picture quality is probably better. But I'll keep meaning to upgrade. But Samsung, I love Samsungs, but they just keep up. Every 3 months they're bringing out a new bloody phone, and it's just getting on my nerves. And I'm not paying 50 odd quid on contract to have a new phone. It's ridiculous. Whereas this one, originally when I got it new, was £22. Sorry for catching up with the chat, guys. It's really difficult when you've got to speak and look at the same time. Monday, Jimmy, well, Bruce. You can send GoPro stuff to phones via Bluetooth. Oh, okay. Cheers, Dan. GoPros connect to phones. Okay. Done 2 bits. You're 1. JT. I know it's difficult. I'm trying not to get too pissed. It is actually to hit the spot. That I'll tell you, 7%. It's send you on your way. I've got this other Northern Monk to open yet, which I'll probably have afterwards, because I'll probably wind it up soon. I'm on a mission to get Mr. CLB to the top of a higher mountain. We could make it a team trip. Yeah, I don't mind, Warren. I'll be up for that. If you can stand my potty mouth, panting and huffing up a hill. Yeah, no, I'm up for camping with most people, to be honest. And most people are, that I comment on the videos I like or have some interaction with. Sorry about the angle there. Some interaction with. So yeah, I'm always up for a wild camp. But it depends how far it is, how long it is, where we're going, etc. Nobby, step away from the screens. Camera and GoPro download direct into phone's gallery. Thank you. That's quite a lot of confirmations of that then. Gaz, yeah, I'll just upload to my phone first. Sorry, Gaz, I asked you first, so I should have read out your answer first, mate. Just upload to my phone first. GoPro here, a 9 is crap. Yeah, I could keep reading about the 9 being a bit shizer. I think if I got one, it would be the 7, because everyone seemed to rate the 7. Oh, or the 8. We should start with the 8. Okay. But they don't seem to be any cheaper. Even if you go for a 7, they're not that cheaper. And it's the battery thing that pisses me off. It just seems to. They just seem to run out of battery real quick. It's like it's Achilles' heel, isn't it? Wilston Velo, where's Rickles? Do you know what? I was wondering when someone would bring that up, Will. I don't know. Sleeping on a sofa somewhere, I expect. I need to get some mountains done soon. Yes, that'd be nice, Bruce. Yeah, 7 is as Gaziano Outdoors. 7 is as good as the 8, really. Not much difference. Batteries are crap, yeah. They charge quick. Do they, Nobby? How long to charge up a GoPro battery? 30 minutes. GoPro, in my opinion, is a great secondary camera. This is from JRP Outdoors. GoPro camera is a great secondary camera if you don't mind the weight and bulk. Get to grips with it. Yeah, they do. DSLR, DISCO. Way superior in image quality and videography, surely. Osmo Action, spot on. South Coast Outdoors, sorry, forgotten your name. Sure, I know it. Forgotten your name. Osmo. Yeah, in actual fact, I follow a travel vlogger called Gabriel's. I can't even remember his name. I follow him every day, pretty much. Gabriel's Adventures, Gabriel's Travels. He uses a whether that was, what the bloody hell was it? I've forgotten already. See, goldfish brain. Osmo Action, but he never takes it in the water. Whereas he always goes in the water with his GoPro. So I presume the Osmo isn't waterproof, or unless he hasn't got a decent waterproof case for it. Jonathan, 24-hour adventure. I'm still on the GoPro 5. Love it, no complaints. I think Dan's. I bet you've made about 5 cups of tea now, Dan. Me mentioning your name every time. I think Dan has got the 5. Have you, Dan? The one that's a bit temperamental when you say GoPro stop recording. 30 minutes if Nobby, step away from the screen. 30 minutes if nearly dead. Can leave it attached to your power bank when using us. That's good, actually. Yeah, 30 minutes, not too bad. Wilston Bello, have I ever lit a fire with petrol? Yes, I have, Will. Is that a lead into me to tell you the story that I might have already told you when I was a kid? Oh, a fire with petrol? Well, yeah, yes. I started a fire with petrol by making a petrol bomb in my mum and dad's back garden with a milk bottle full of petrol that I drained from my dad's lawnmower, and then lobbed it down the back path and then tried to put it out of the water, and it started to spread everywhere. I've probably lit fires with petrol, not good. Back in the day when I used to be a tearaway. Ginger Bruce. Ginger Bruce hated my Canon 700D. So tricky to use. Camp Life Bushcraft. I use 3 batteries on rotation when I film with GoPro. You can charge 2 batteries at once in your bag, but for me, 3 batteries lasts an overnight trip. And I'll probably film a tiny bit more than you. Just a little bit, Dan. Just a little bit, mate. But you do get some quality footage and you make a very nice video, which is why, Dan, you're on 12K subscribers and I'm on 1 point, whatever it is, 4, 3, 4. And you take it slightly more seriously than I do. But big you up, I will. Right, talking cameras now, they're a bit over my head. Jonathan, you don't talk to yours, Jonathan. That's part of the fun, surely. Especially when Dan's filming, you can get it to stop recording. Tim, born outside. Mrs. bought me the GoPro white one. Battery dies so quick. White one? Is that special? Right, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to wrap it up soonish, guys, but just because I don't want you to get bored. If you're happy to stay in the chat, then that's fine, but probably aim to wrap it up in 10 minutes because it's gone on a bit longer than I thought anyway, which I'm happy about. I'm not going to clean my glass. Northern Monk. Amen. Oh, it's a bit cloudy. It's a cloudy one. Cloudy as Schiffer. Right, sorry, where were we? Went into a world of my own then. Oh, that's nice. Is it actually called Scafell? Northern Monk Twisted Edition. Nice. Cloudy. It's actually nicer than the chocolate jobby. It's not so sweet. Anyway, enough about my beer life. AA meeting. Who we got? I'm trying to read the chat. White coloured one, can't remember. White coloured one, can't remember the number. Oh, that's what I was saying. Sorry, Tim. You know what I'm like. I got a bit on a tangent. Jim Timber, I'm a long way from board, mate. Crack on, sir. It'll get worse though, and that's the problem because it will go on for 2 hours, and then people that watch this later, if anyone wants to watch it, if I don't take it down, would just be bored shitless, JT. Just watching me pipe at my pipe at my vape and drinking beer, listening to you lot, because no one can see your chat when it goes back up unless they really dig into it, and then they can. So it'll be a bit boring, just me looking at all your chat whilst in a drunken stupor. Eh? You're in the forest and on your own? Hang on, I'm trying to skip the GoPro chat for a bit because I just saw Jonathan. There you go, Jonathan. I'm in the middle of a forest all on my own. It would be weird to start talking to a camera, no? If what, you're in the forest now, or you might be in the forest? No, it wouldn't. Why would it be weird? You're on your own. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, stop recording. All that. If you're on your own, no one's going to hear you. In space, no one can hear you scream, Jonathan. So in the woods, they certainly won't. Gotta go. Wife needs a computer. All the best, Jonathan. Cheers, Jonathan. Thanks, mate. That was probably hours ago when you said that. No, a minute ago. Thank you. Have you done the coast to coast? You asking me? Will, you asking me? Coast to coast? No, I haven't. Thinking about it, but it's a long trek, that. I think you might have been asking someone else, wouldn't you? Osmo action. Yeah, hit the like, guys. We're dropping now. We're on 19 in the house at the moment, guys. So thanks very much, though, for sticking by it this long. Jim Timber, what's in the pipe? I don't smoke a pipe. Something naughty. No, JT, I don't actually smoke drugs. It's just a vape, just a normal vape, because I smoke cigarettes. Well, roll-ups. I'm trying to get off it, but I'll never smoke in the house. But obviously I can't leave you guys while I'm going to have a cigarette. I don't smoke a pipe. 2 more's way. You're well cryptic, you are, Will. Just throwing in random 2 more's way. No, I haven't done that. Are you saying yes, Will, to coast to coast? Coast to coast. Yeah, I'd like to do it. It's a bit of a journey. Nobby, step away from the screens, has done it, I'm sure. He has done it. 5 days, I think, Nobby, if you're still there. Are you there, Nobby? But I did want to do the South Downs Way, Winchester to Eastbourne. Is it 99 miles? I did want to do that last year, but I'd prefer to do it with someone. Oh, matron! I'm not a great solo. I've missed some questions from earlier because I'm sure I had one about solo wild camping as well. But anyway. GoPro, 2 miles away. Yeah, sorry, I'm still trying to catch up on the chat, guys. It's really difficult. Lily's 360, Warren. So when you do solo camps out, do you talk to yourself out loud? And if so, this is tricky, be honest, do you answer yourself? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I talk to myself all the time. Ask Mrs. Burton Outdoors. But you might have been asking someone else that, Warren. You might have been asking Jonathan back there about that, because it's a similar question line. Media box. Oh, Tim, you make me laugh as well. Tim says, I'm only sticking around because the wife has a fella in the lounge. I'm going to post this link to your missus, Tim. Then you'll be in trouble. And also, Tim, have you had a drink yet? You still off it? Out of interest? Apart from when I camped with you and persuaded you to have one or two. I used to smoke roll-ups. It's Jim Timber. I used to smoke roll-ups, Golden Virgins. Kept going out. Probably quite good for the health. Yeah, definitely. Roll-ups, my missus makes actually in a rolling machine for me. I'm really spoiled with filters and everything, so it's just easy. But although smoking is really bad for you, roll-ups are better for you because they haven't got so much shit in. That's my excuse. I have stopped smoking for 7 years and I also stopped for 5, so I'm going to try and stop again for good. I'm too old. Yeah, I would too, guys. Multi-day. I'd have to get over my fear of pooing in the woods then, mate. Yeah, or in a field or behind a rock. Yeah, I'd like to do a 3, maybe 4 day one. See if I could actually hack it. Well, certainly camping wise, I can hack it. And the problem is, I like to take too much stuff. So you certainly would struggle because the amount of food you cook and really nice food you make, you'd have to take, a bag of spuds, bag of carrots, bag of, you'd have to take quite a lot of stuff. Well, I think on a multi-day hike, you need to be regimented on dehydrated meals or very little, high calorific meals, Kendall mint cake for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Media box, solo or group camps? Definitely group. I'm more social than I am solo. I like the solos that I've done. I haven't actually done a solo in the woods yet. I've done them next to woods, but my solos have all been on the beach. Look back through my old videos if you want. Yeah, all been on the beach. So yeah, I prefer group camping or mini group camping. 1 or 2 of you is the perfect balance really for not being conversation in the evening, not being too swamped. I've been out with my non-YouTube mates a few times, and it's just nice to get out with your mates and have a chat. Sink a few jars. That was media box. Asked that question. Guys, Jim Timber media box. Yeah. Well, you're taking the piss now, mate. No, I haven't done the whatever it is, the Cullen Ridge or the bloody Khyber Pass either, mate. You're a funny one, you are, mate. I just still off it. I did have some wine last weekend. Well done, Tim. Well done, mate. You must, 1, have lost a lot of weight, and 2, have a shitload more money in your wallet by not drinking. Really well done. I'm doing 1 on, 2 off at the moment. But during lockdown, certainly over Christmas and that, it was quite bad. I was, drinking every day. So not excessively, maybe a couple of beers and a couple of wines, but, it gets to a point where you're on that edge of tippiness. Guys in Northwest Coast Park, plenty of shops. Ah, see, yeah. I see what you mean. I thought you meant like a 4-day trek across hills with no shops, Gaz, or petrol stations or lottery sellers. But yeah, I see. Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? Right, I think I'm going to wind it up now, guys. An hour and 15 minutes. So keep at it, Lee. Makes you feel better. Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel that bad drinking, really, unless I have a real heavy night. But yeah, I try not to drink too much beer. Actually, it's normally just red wine. Right, I'm going to end it here, I think, guys. Will, you crack me up, Will. Cheers, mate. Thanks for popping in, though, with your zany questions. Yeah, cheers, Dan. See you soon, mate. Cheers, Jim. JT. I won't cut you off, Gaz. I'll wait till you get your answer in. Gaz, 83 miles, mate. It would take about 4 or 5 days. Wow. Can you keep going just for another 10 minutes? That bloke is just leaving soon. What bloke? Media box. Thanks. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Great live stream. Cheers, John. J. Charles Outdoors. As I said before, guys, before you leave, go and sub everybody else. No, I don't normally promote subbing and stuff, but go and sub everyone. Check the channel out. If you really don't like it, you can always unsub, can't you? It's really simple. But why not? Go and check everybody out, especially if you've been talking to them and been having a banter. Cheers, guys, mate. Thanks for popping by. The one in the lounge. What are you on about, Tim? The one in the lounge? I can't. I have to scroll back through all these later, mate, because I can. There's such a long line of chat. It's unbelievable. The one in the lounge. Don't know what you mean, mate. Anyway, I'm going to cut it off now, guys. Thanks very much. Everyone said goodbye. Shall I do a countdown? Bye.